Yo, how are we doing? How are we doing?
How are you doing mentally?
Yeah, because today we're gonna talk about men's mental health.
Damn.
How you guys doing, for real? Are you guys good, man? Everything is good? Relationship, job, friends?
We're here for you.
I hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, so today we're gonna react to a video by Cut. 100 men get honest about mental health. So obviously I don't think mental health in men is talked about as much as it should.
It is
Especially-
now, though.
You think so?
Right now, like if you don't do therapy, you're kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, you're the weird one.
Exactly.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's still a bit taboo, you know, for a guy to say like, oh, you know, I'm doing bad, you know, like I'm seeing a therapist. Like immediately I feel like people are gonna associate with that with like, oh, something went wrong with you, you know?
100%.
Like you didn't follow the normal path.
Like you're weak.
Yeah, exactly. Weakness. That's a good word for men's mental health. I feel like is associated a lot is weakness, which I don't think is necessarily the case, you know? Especially men nowadays, with all the changes going on around the world, you know, being more lonely, it's being more difficult to find a partner now. A lot of things going against us.
There's so many choices also, I feel like.
What do you mean choices?
We have so much choices to make in life, so that so many choices leaves you with, when you choose one, you're like, should have chosen another one, and that.
But I feel like that's everyone, though, no? Not just men.
True, 100%. But I'm saying like today, why everybody's more.
I see, for sure. Yeah, we do have a lot of choices, and that can be a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, when you're, let's say, I don't know, you're graduating from high school, and then you're gonna choose your path. You know, you don't have a lot of guidance since you have so many choices.
Yeah, exactly.
Which it's just the difficulty. I think it should be that way, but it's just difficult. It's not for everyone. So yeah, let's react to this video. Let's see what these guys have to say about their mental health.
Have you ever thought about taking your own life?
Yes. The sergeants found a noose in my closet that I was ready to use.
Something I think you know, but it scares me so much about some people that, you know, men, they keep their how they feel to themselves, and you can't even see it.
Yeah, you don't know if he's actually like thinking about it.
Exactly.
If he's like his mental state, you know, you're seeing your friend, and you don't know if in his mind, you know, he's like, fuck, life is so bad, I'm gonna delete myself like tomorrow. You know, you can never know when that happens because we're so good at hiding it. Like, you can literally never know. And that is scary. I agree with that. That is very scary.
Just push it down there.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about ending things?
No.
I have.
For sure.
Yes.
Is that something you feel comfortable sharing?
Yes. I have been in really, really rough water, and the thought was, this is a way out of it.
There's been moments where I've definitely felt the pressure of life.
I feel like I was not meeting expectations of my parents, so I just obviously was feeling like a failure, and that my life was also just going to be a constant failure.
You ask yourself, why, do I deserve this?
Suppressing all your emotions deep down where nobody can find them.
There are no problems, there's just weak.
I don't like this first question, to be honest. I feel like it should be a last question. You want to ask a few questions before. It's like the darkest question to ask about mental health. I don't know. I would ask first, like, are you happy? I don't know, like a general question like that, just to get a gauge on the mental health. Starting with, have you ever thought about suicide, is kind of intense as a first question, in my opinion.
I created a very strange rule around the fact that now I can't ever do it. Since my uncle took that slot of suicide, I can't now be another person in the family to just do that when I have clear evidence of how it affects everyone.
Have you ever considered committing suicide?
I don't know.
That was deep. What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like that's not a good reason for you not to like want to delete yourself. I think it should really be about you and not about others. I don't think you should take the experience of others, just because I saw this guy do it and how it affected the family, that means I shouldn't do it. Of course, it's a good thing that there's a reason logically that you don't want to do it. But I think it's very important for a human to know why he is on this planet and why he should want to live. Like, for example, me, the way I think about things, you may already know this, the human experience is something super rare that most likely we won't ever experience ever again. You know, logically, once you die, you're out. It's a very small period of time that living beings won't ever be able to live through. The human experience, being able to live love, to feel pain, to work every day. The human experience is something so rare that I just want to be there for it until it ends, basically. And that's my reason to live. I think that basing your feelings off what other people think of you, I can kill myself because, I don't know.
I'm going to hurt my parents.
I don't know, my daughter is going to be hurt or something, you know. And of course, it's important to think about that stuff, but I feel like that should not be the base of why you should not do it. I think it should be something else why you should want to live. This is why I don't want to delete. It should be this is why I want to live. That's just my opinion.
That's a strong point. That's a good point, man.
I feel like that's dangerous, that way of thinking. Because if your family is gone, then what is stopping you from doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, multiple times. I think all queer people have contemplated that.
Probably as a probably like 14, 15.
Yeah, I had a pretty rough adolescence. In my case, growing up homeschooled and fundamentalist Christian in a environment when I, didn't yet know I was queer, and that was a pretty tough environment for me.
A gay kid coming into my own, not really knowing how to handle that. Lots of depressive and suicidal thoughts.
I have not.
No.
I'm fortunate to say that I really haven't.
No.
I have, and I come from a very typical Asian household who's like Asian tiger mob who's like really high expectations. I was pretty sad at the time.
Have you ever thought about ending things?
Yeah.
I have not.
No, I have never considered it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, quand même. Je sais pas comment. I don't know how to say that word. But how many men have contemplated suicide?
It's crazy, almost every man.
Yeah.
And that's scary because imagine we live in a world where assisted suicide is easily accessible. Because we talked about that topic in another video, in a French video. How we are evolving to be able to provide people with assisted suicide. And not just because, for example, you have a terminal illness, just because your mental health is not doing well and you want to end it because you don't see a way out, let's say. And I feel like it's so dangerous to go down that road because how are we going to be able to say, okay, your case is pretty bad, you haven't had work in like 5 years, you have no family, okay, you can delete. And another case, like who is going to decide that? There's always a way to get out of things. ChatGPT, oh my god, no, AI is not going to decide that, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I can
that would
see
be
it.
dangerous, bro.
I can see it happening,
AI
bro.
decides if you live or die. That's just the end of the world, bro.
That's crazy.
No way, bro. No way we're letting that happen. Ain't no way, bro.
I mean, I've known people that have, like quite a few people that have done it. I'm getting kind of numb to it, which is totally sad.
There have been times where I felt like really like in a hole, Just thoughts of like being on a crosswalk and being like, I wouldn't mind if a car hit me.
I have not, no.
No, I haven't.
Yes. Once. I think I was in like middle school.
Like I was bullied in school.
High school, I was dealing with some depression that never really was treated.
It was during the pandemic. I was depressed.
Living alone for the first time. I was working multiple jobs. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was stressed about everything about life. And I was way too afraid to share that struggle with anybody.
Yes.
Do you feel comfortable talking about them?
Yeah, I think it's good that we do talk about it nowadays until we start getting honest and realizing just because I have these thoughts or I've acted on them doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me a sad person or a sick person. It just means I went through some shit, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay talking about it.
Hey, we want to thank BetterHelp.
I grew up Mormon, so I didn't really have anything to like showcase that like trans is an option. I just knew that I hated pink and I hated dresses and I would do anything to get them muddy and dirty, but there was just something that didn't feel right.
Have you considered taking your own life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely thought about it.
No.
I think life is too valuable.
Yes.
There was that one point where I just wanted to give up.
I've had a complicated road with depression and suicide.
As a kid, dealt with a lot of childhood.
Like there's a problem with men if they are too open.
Yes. I think you need a balance because it can be intense, and not just with men, even with just people in general. You know, it can be heavy. You know, I want to be there for you if you do have issues, but if you get really, really intense, I feel like even for me it can be overwhelming, and I don't even know how to act because I feel like that puts so much responsibility on me to say the right things. Because if you put me in that situation now, if I don't say the right things and you do it, then that would make me feel guilty for the rest of my life, pretty much. And, you know, I want to be there for you, but I feel like there's a right way to do it, you know? For example, I could go to my friend and say, yo, man, like, I'm just feeling really bad, man. Like, you know, things are going so well, blah, blah. Not just showing up and being, yo, I'm feeling really bad. I'm thinking about doing it tomorrow. Like, there's nothing else. Like, it's sayable, I think, if it's really, really bad. But I feel like there's a good way to say it. I just don't know how to comment on that. It's touchy. It's a super touchy subject.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta say just one thing. Maybe it's. I remember being with that one of my boys, whatever, in my car, and he's telling me about something, whatever, and I look at him and I just say, "You're doing good, bro." And he started crying, bro. Like, crying. And people should realize that, you know, you have friends and whatever, like, you're so lucky and you have so much power also to live your, how do you say, like, bring someone to life, like, hey man, you're doing good here or whatever, like, only with your words. You know what I mean? And
that's true.
People should realize this because so many people are alone and they think they are alone, but sometimes they just don't look at a friend the same way. But you gotta, you know, show up with your friends and be like, hey man, you're doing good today, whatever, you did something great, whatever, congrats, or, you know, something so small can have a big impact on people.
Yeah, that is true. I think that's something that we're missing is just recognition. So especially as men, you know, like I feel like girls have that out to like, oh, you look so pretty today. You know, they get that validation from other girls so often. That, for example, when I saw you today, did I fucking say something to you? I don't give a fuck, bro. You just let's film, bro. I don't give a fuck. You know, if
and I don't need you to say. I just need you to say, bro, I respect you.
I don't respect this guy. Man, fuck this guy, bro. I'm just kidding. No, but for real, like, I think it's a good thing to give recognition when you can. You know, just a small thing. Like, for example, for when people tell me, like, oh, man, yeah, you're having a good hair day, for example, that can change my whole mood for the rest of the day. It gives me so much confidence for the rest, maybe even of the week. It can be something. And, you know, I can feel good now, you know?
I know what to say now. Hard because we see the culture now and we feel like men are not... we're looking at Andrew Tate, you know, like what is going on? It's so hard to look up to something and have your values straight nowadays. It's tough, man. It's tough for men. Yeah, but you guys have to realize that, you know, listen to Jordan Peterson.
I think it's also because in society, men are like the big guys. A few men are the big guys. So as men, when you're born as a man, the sky is the limit. Let's say you actually have the option to become something immense, you know. But with that comes a lot of pressure, and you know, it's not everyone that can become like a big scientist, win a Nobel Prize, become a big actor, become a millionaire. It's not everyone. Some men just want to live a normal life and just exist and have fun, be happy, and have a family. It's not everyone that wants to have all the women, all the money, all the fame, and have a big status, you know. And I feel like sometimes I can put a lot of pressure on men, and pretty much the family, friends. It can be a lot of pressure, especially today with the synergy between men and women. Now that women now have also the possibility to become financially independent as men, and in some cases even more. Now as a man, to find a partner, that puts even more pressure
100%.
because the woman is actually making as much as you. So typically the man pays, the man provides. So now you have to make even more. It's just an extra step now. I feel like. Do you think the same way?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just rambling, but
but I was thinking. I don't know. Remember, I was trying to remember her name, but it was a woman that said that men become and women just are, which is so like.
But it's touchy. It's touchy. Keep going.
But I'm saying, like, everything that you said is so true. Like, men have to accomplish things. Like, what did you do? Like, what did you worked out, you read a book, you're always trying to do something. And today it's so easy to do nothing. I think that's a big problem.
So you don't think women have necessarily that pressure? Let's say they just are, and for example, on a family gathering, they're not like, oh, Cynthia, what have you been doing,
Yeah, and even for me, I don't know if you is the same, but sometimes, let's say, I already told you this, but two women, for me personally, one has no money and one has a lot of money, and they the same person, let's say, in an ideal world.
Oh, I know where you're going.
I would be
more inclined to go for the woman with no money.
Exactly.
I totally agree with that.
And it lets, ideal world, like, they're both the same, all right? Chill.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. And I think every man has the same mentality, that if they have two women and they're theoretically the exact same personality or whatever, would you prefer the one with money or the one without? I think intuitively we would want to go for the one without, because we feel like we are providing something for her and giving her happiness. As of the other one, we have to think of something else to be able to give her the happiness and to feel that connection for her to be like, oh, I'm giving her something, and now she's going to like me more for that. I don't know if that makes sense. But I feel like men would understand that. I'm not sure if women would see that as a negative thing. I feel like they would, but I don't know if there's something against that. It's like, for example, women, would you date down? Most likely not. You want to date a man that has higher money. But nowadays, I think it's changing. But on general, I think 80% of women would like to date someone who is more financially independent.
But you see on the TikTok viral things, like, I want a man with 100K,
100K, he's 25, has his own business, lives alone.
So imagine the kid, he's 18, he has nothing in his life. He's short, he's bald, like, that's pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. What does he have to do? Like, I don't know.
Go to Turkey, get a surgery taller. That's, I don't know.
Risk it all in cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Man. Guys, let me know how you are doing. Mental health. Let me know your tips. Let me know your opinions, comments. Leave a like, subscribe if you want more.
And we're here for you. We love you.
Yeah, let us know.
Have faith.
Let's have a talk in the comments, man. All right.
Peace.
See ya.